Yeah.
All right, you guys, welcome to Having Ease with Money, Money with Ease, our dive in telecall this evening. I am Betsy McLaughlin, and I am joined here by the amazing ladies, Gosha Lorenz and Bettina Medini. And we are all certified facilitators with Access Consciousness. And we will be using the tools of Access Consciousness this evening. And one of the things, we don't know if everybody is familiar with Access Consciousness, so we're going to be using what we might be using the clearing statement, which is a bunch of like gobbledygook words that may not make sense. And they're basically designed to clear the energies. And it's designed to not make sense on purpose. So you can go to theclearingstatement.com for more information. And if you're interested about Access Consciousness and you don't know much about that, you can also go to accessconsciousness.com. So just a couple of, I guess, little housekeeping things before we get started. If anybody is getting noisy, I will mute you, but please, you can write in the chat room any questions you have, and we will unmute you. Of course, please, you all are welcome to ask questions. This call is for you guys. And I'm going to stop talking here so Gosha and Bettina can say stuff.
Yay! Hello, welcome everyone. Gosha, do you want to go first?
Well, I can. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. I'm Gosha Lorenz, and I am so happy and grateful and thrilled to be part of this creation. And just talking about this event and the telecall that will follow with Betsy and Bettina created so much beautiful energy and just stirred up so many things for me, and I know for them too. So I wonder what can we create together when we dive into the possibilities of having ease with money and money with ease, which is, such a simple concept, yet virtually unknown in this reality.
Mm-hmm.
Bettina?
Yes, so true. I'm Bettina Medini, and I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm also so grateful for Betsy to invite us, and so that we can create this together. We are co-authors of this book, having Ease with Money.
Thank you.
Yes, there it is. That pretty much within a few days became an international bestseller. So we all, the three of us, and also 17 other authors contributed a chapter. And this entire theme of ease with money inspired us to create this, actually an entire program. And tonight this is our intro call, like a taster. And we want to explore that ease with money, the dance with money. What if we can create money not from the I have to and the chores and the tasks and the obligations and all the conclusions, but more from the allowance of magic, of money just coming to us and creating with us. And what can we all create from that space of ease? True ease with money and joy with money, where we don't constantly think about it and obsess about it, but be with it, dance with it. And so I wonder what is possible from that space. And for all you who you are here on the call tonight, what could that even look like?
Do you hear a little bit of echo or something on Medina? Is it just on Bettina's, or is it?
When you're talking, is there too? So I think one of the lines is kind of noisy.
All
so
right, I'm going to go mute some people. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm going to have to mute you. And then please just unmute yourself or raise your hand, and we will unmute you for questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
There we go.
Oh, they're much better. Thank you.
Much better, much better.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Mhm.
bringing that up. Oh, now we have a nice quiet space.
Much clearer. Thank you.
So I'm so grateful for Betsy and for Gosha. I wonder, what can we contribute to your lives? What can we all contribute to each other? And what can we all contribute to the earth and to the future?
Yeah.
I love that.
So what if creating money with ease could actually not only change your life, but contribute to others in your life and change the world as well? So, there's so many people that think, I don't need money. Why do I need money? World would be better without money. And maybe, 500 years from now, this will be a reality. And for right now, can you change the world more with few millions or $1 billion than with, a few bucks in your pocket? My point of view is, and many others, that you can do so much more actually with money, even if you don't really like money so much and you don't care so much. So we would like to explore this points of views that you might have that stop you or stopping you or have been stopping you from generating way more than you could generate because of this limiting points of views, because you thought maybe I don't need it, or why bother, and I'm okay with having beautiful sunshine outside and the universe contributes to me and I'm okay. But if we all had billions and billions, wouldn't be able to stop the destruction of the planet, wouldn't be able to stop Monsanto from killing the bees and the plants. We could do so much more. So if you have any limiting beliefs about money and thinking that money is evil, wrong, or bad, like, we're here to explore that and clear those points of views that actually are stopping you from creating a different reality. So what if you could have it all?
That's so true, Gosha. Yes, what if our points of view are creating our reality, right? So the two of you, Betsy and Gosha, I wonder, would you like to share maybe a little bit, how has money been when you were growing up? Because one thing also about the three of us is we come from different countries, we grew up in different cultures. So what would you like to share a little bit about that?
Betsy, you want to start?
Sure. Yeah, the culture that I grew up with, it was very much you have to work hard, and money does not grow on trees, and you should not be ungrateful. So there was very much that kind of attitude. So it wasn't an expansive environment to be in, and my father was always very critical of everything my mother did or spent or didn't spend. And so it was quite an interesting environment, not a nurturing one at all. So what about for you guys?
Well, I grew up in communistic Poland, so not having was kind of a norm, and I didn't even know we can have more than everybody else did. And it was actually my young formative years, or actually when it was the worst. And I'm probably like somebody born a few years later than I did. I was born, could not remember, the stores with absolutely nothing, and we had to have the little coupons to buy, 1 kilogram of sugar or flour a month and 1 pair of shoes a year, and literally it was like that. So we were happy with anything we got. We got, some sweets and maybe oranges and bananas once a year for Christmas, and everything else was just, people were happy with whatever they had, but they didn't really dream much. It wasn't like I could have more. It was more just like you got used to the status quo of not having and being happy with what you had, which was very, very minimal, bare necessities. So that really shaped me up for years, not even asking. Like, I didn't even know I could ask for more, which was very strange because I didn't see opulence, abundance around me.
Wow.
So I really, for years, only in my late 20s, I started even recognizing that I'm not asking for anything. I'm happy with what I have, with very, very little. So like now I'm exploring whole universes of possibilities of like what I can ask for, which is super fun for me.
Love that.
And Gosha, I love the story that you share in the book, in your chapter, how you were collecting these chocolate wrappers just because they were so pretty and the pretty colors. Yeah.
Yes, and really, because the design of like goods was very boring, very gray, very basic. There was no colors, there was no beautiful, wrappers and paper, so everything was very rough and ugly. So my friend had a grandpa in West Germany, and he would send her chocolates, and I would get the wrappers. I didn't get the chocolate ever, but I got the wrappers that I would smell, and they looked so good, and I would like line them out and organize them by colors and like take them out and dream about this beautiful paradise out there somewhere far away. And it wasn't far away, it was like 100 miles away.
Wow.
Well, and I love that, the energy of from that kind of the gray constrictive energy that you kind of grew up with, and to the space that you are now of, because as you were talking, it's like I just kept hearing like the infinite colors and the infinite possibilities of money, right? And so, one of the things that we're going to definitely dive deep into is, how did you get from the gray to the infinite colors of possibility?
I love it. I love it. How about you, Bettina? You have a beautiful story too, that when I heard it, I could not believe it.
Oh, yeah, there are so many stories about money, especially. I think we all have stories about money, because that's not a concept where we see ease and joy in this reality. So I grew up in Berlin. I grew up in West Berlin on the west side of the wall. So I know the other side of what Gosha is talking about. She is talking about the communist part. I was on an island, basically. Berlin was surrounded by a wall. And so I was on the west side. I had all the goodies and the storefronts and everything. And yet still, money was not an area where there was ease. In Germany, there's a lot of working. So a little bit like what Betsy was talking about, hardworking. And my parents were really wonderful. And they basically, they did what they could. Everything was there. I had pretty much everything, but I always wanted more. And I was like, there is more, and this is in my being where I would not stop. There's like almost like an engine, a driving force. And I wonder who else is on the call and who else will also be with us for the 6 months, where you all knew and you all know something different is possible. And so growing up in this separation with a wall and a lot of political things, money being something that was not a given. We had to work hard for it. It was not granted. It did not grow on trees for sure. And also my grandparents, we had all these stories of the war. Some were in World War I, but for sure World War II, and the deprivation and losing everything. I heard these stories when I was a kid, and my grandparents lost everything, and my parents grew up with bombings and in the war, and so deprivation, starvation actually also. And so it was more about the whole survival energy, surviving and meeting, like paying the bills, that energy, the scarcity. And so we are going to dive into all these old programmings that are, is it possible that these are still running underneath, like the river underneath in the ground? And so yeah, what else truly is possible?
Well, as you were talking too, I had that same kind of image of like how many of us did grow up with the scarcity mentality. right? Hearing from our parents and depending on your age, it could be your grandparents or your great-great-grandparents who survived the Depression, and like I know my grandparents, they didn't trust banks and they hid money. Like when my grandfather passed away and they were cleaning out his things, he had money in everything in his pockets. And we opened his toolbox. He had $5,000. He had money literally under the mattress. Like, he didn't trust banks. And, so how many of us had that kind of, that all around us?
Exactly. Yeah. And then is it even true that if we have a lot of money that we really have ease with money? Seriously,
right.
For 11 years, I was then in Luxembourg. I was a financial advisor and portfolio manager. And so people that I had clients who had big portfolios and they were wealthy and, but did they really have ease? So does a big account mean ease with money?
Right. Not necessarily. Yeah.
And this is what I wanted to talk about. Like, even if whether we have money or not, ease with money is really an unknown concept in this reality. Mm-hmm. So, like, what if we could have ease with money, money with ease, regardless of the amount in the bank that you have, amount of things that you have in your life? Even if maybe you're short on cash in the moment, you can generate it with ease. It will come. Universe has your back. You know how to create, and there's not a stress and this contraction in your body when you look at the bill, and you might not have money to pay it right now, but you know that you can create it. And that's the money with ease for me. Like, regardless of the bank statements, there is just this space around the area of money, the concept of money, the whole idea of having money. So it's about being the energy of money and being the energy of abundance and having, and not worrying about the given moment, but knowing that we can create for the future. So that's something that would love to explore during today's call and future calls as well.
I love that. And the space of knowing, like what you were just talking about, Gosha, with, knowing that you can create it, right? Mm-hmm. And for everyone who might be saying, well, everybody else could do that, but I can't. Could we destroy and uncreate that, please?
Yes.
Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And that's the clearing statement for anybody who may not know what I mentioned at the beginning of the call. Because yes, so, and in that space of, I can't do it, are you able to do it?
Your point of view creates your reality.
Right. So what could you do different? What questions could you be to invite a different possibility in?
Yeah. And there's so much talk about chaos and order recently, and I'm getting that we could actually say a little bit about it.
Awesome. So, go for it.
Everywhere, like, we always thought that we want to have order because the world is chaos and your finances are chaos and your life is chaos. But what if actually consciousness was chaos and asking questions was chaos and, creating was chaos? Because every time you ask a question, you actually change things in the universe. You invite the molecules, you invite the quantum entanglements to dance and to create what you've been asking for, right? What you're asking for in a moment. So what if everything that you try to organize and control was this order that stifles your body, stifles your creation, stifles your finances, and you cannot change, use the same tools and change something. You have to do something different. So what if instead in chaos and asking for more chaos in creation, in business, in money, and the body could actually open you up to different possibilities? And I've started doing it along with committing to my life and asking questions about it. And I had the best month yet ever so far, just using those two tools. And we can dive in. Yes. I'm really celebrating. Maybe we can talk about it. Maybe somebody has a question about it, because this is really big, that the new information about chaos and order is the biggest breakthrough now for years. years in Access since many years ago, where we can really use those tools and see almost immediate results. So why not use them? Why not, dive in and explore and have fun?
And so everywhere you all now think chaos is like total, like everything is like totally like disorderly and totally like chaotic in a sense
falling
of
apart.
falling, and being totally like upside down and everything. Let's uncreate and destroy all of that. Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, puck, shorts, boys and beyonds. So chaos, the way we talk about it, is more of this this creation energy where we follow the energy, where we might not follow a logical sense and order of how to do things. But the chaos that we see in nature everywhere around us, where there is like no conclusion, where the animals, like the birds, they don't make a plan for the day of, I first this flower and then that one. My goal is that I empty all these seed pods. No, it's like they go about their day, they follow the energy, and the wind might take them somewhere. And so that chaos is what we are talking about, where we are not like, no, I don't look left and right, I have to focus. Like, how many of you are focusing?
And failing.
If only I could focus, right? Like, how many times have we heard, you've got to focus, you've got to follow, A, B, you have to do A, B, and C before you can do D, E, and F, right? And so that's the order of what we're talking about, So what if in being that orderly, what's the word I'm looking for?
Stifling. I
Thank
like
you.
that word.
Thank you. Stifling. Yes, you're stifling your creations. Yeah.
Yes.
So does anyone have any questions? We muted most of you guys, so if you do, let us know.
So if you could get anything out of tonight's call, what would that be?
Yeah, where would you like to go? What would you like to explore?
I'm going to try unmuting you guys and see how we do here. So if anybody's really noisy, I'll have to mute you again. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Yes.
Go for it.
Hi, my name is Marjorie. I am an Access Mars facilitator.
Hi, Marjorie.
Hi there.
My question is, I am a survivor of abuse and other abuses, and there was a money paradigm created as a direct result of abuse around money as a very small child. And now it just appears to elude me to a great degree. Well, not as much as it did before I started studying Access, but there's a fear that generally comes up when I'm even trying to create money or thinking about an avenue to create more money. And not to toot my own horn, I have a lot of great talents, and people always see me when I walk in a room. I mean, it's like I have this live energy, and I know that there's this awesomeness, this greatness, but it tends to suppress itself when it comes to money, relationships, and things like that. So what advice can you guys give me?
Go for it, Gosha. I see Gosha's.
I was wondering, well, thank you for daring to ask this question, and yet it did require certain amount of courage to talk about it. And like, how aware are you, Marjorie?
My awareness or consciousness is evolving every day, and there are things that I've been actualizing or manifesting since I was a very small child. I mean, like I would see something and just ask for it. A very strong faith and believer in a higher power, and now understanding that that's a oneness in me and an energy. And so I, even now, there are things that I actualize or manifest, but that money thing, it's better, but it's got a long way to go from where I want to get to with it.
It's yeah.
That ease you guys talk about, that knowing that it's just going to flow and avalanches of abundance. It's my dream.
Okay.
I just had a follow-up question to this. If you are so very aware and you are an amazing creator of magnitude by practically default, so how aware were you when you were growing up around abuse and really, really limited beliefs and points of views about money? Do any of them actually are yours, or you picked it up, absorbed it, solidified it, took them on because they were, you're the only reality and the only things that you were exposed to in regards to money? Like, we tend to literally take everything on and own it later on and not even recognize that it's not ours. It has nothing to do with our true reality, with our being, with our capacity to create. We just absorb it like little sponges, and then we think it's us, while it's absolutely not. So how much of this is not yours? That would be probably like close to 100%. And would you be willing to return them to sender with consciousness attached?
Yes, please.
Yay.
Right, with Record Vocal, Nishad's voice, and the answer is allowed. That absolutely, honey. And remember, every time something comes up that like feels even remotely similar to what you grew up with, ask, is this even mine? Is this still my reality? What is my reality with money? What is my reality with creation? And this will give you like a little energy boost and will get you out of this, constructs that you grew up with. And this is the first step to uncreate this. I'm doing it every day. Like, I still do it every day.
Yes.
And the thing is, when we grow up in a certain environment where there is abuse with money, for instance, or scarcity, these are all variations of abuse with money, we entrain to that, to the point where later on, whenever that is around us, we sort of almost like attract it, and it's right there, and we think it's us, but as Gosha said, it's not. So what you could use is, I like to play with that. I ask my body, show me what is me, what is my reality here, and expand that out. And what that will also do, it will create a sense of what is actually your reality, Marjorie, with money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Thank you.
I just, as you asked that question, I could feel the expansion going on, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much for asking.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yay, you're so welcome.
And also, like, I would like to say something more on what Bettina said. Like, we're attracted because this is our point of view creates reality, and this is our vibrations. So if you have the vibrations of scarcity or not having, or abuse, you might actually attract, maybe a boss who will never give you a raise, or somebody borrows money from you and they disappear from your life. Like, we will keep creating something that's congruent with the past of money abuse, financial abuse, scarcity, until we release those limiting points of views, destroy and create them, return them to sender. We will keep attracting these people and the situations into our life, thinking like we must be so wrong, we must be like, there's something seriously wrong with me, that I can't get over it. But it's just those vibrations, like radio waves. If you tune the radio into 95.7, you're gonna get 95.7, not 101.3.
That's so true.
I love that. I totally love that. And also the other point that you made, Gosha, I love totally, like, keep at it. Every time it comes up, return it to sender. It's really something where we all have to build a muscle. It's not like we say the clearing statement once and it's all gone.
Right.
Would be nice, right?
It would be.
Done.
How awesome would that be?
Right.
What would it take?
I know. Yes.
Well, and the other thing that was coming in for me was, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate your relationship with money every day?
Okay, yes.
Cool. Awesome. And, and invite the universe to contribute to you. And I have a fun little story that my husband and I, one day we were just talking about that. We were talking about, being the energy of the invitation for money to show up and having no point of view about how it did. And we within 5 or 10 minutes of having that conversation, we actually pulled into a gas station to get gasoline. And I had left my purse in the trunk. We were running around and I didn't feel like having it. So he went to the trunk to get money to pay for the gasoline. And on the ground was a $20 bill. It was just like, and he rolled the window down to show me. And I was like, oh my gosh, how does it get better than that? Right. And just being that space of the invitation for money to show up without any conclusion about how it will show up. And in that, what can actualize. And another really quick little story, our friend Kathy Williams, who I have the radio show with, Imperfect Brilliance, she has 2 small children, and actually they remind me a lot of your children, Gosha, 2 boys. And she said one day she was like a mile away from her car at some event, and they were hungry and wanted something. They wanted money for a vending machine, and her purse was in the car. And she's like, I tell you what, you guys, if you can find the money, if you can create it, then you can get whatever you want. And so very quick, and they learn, so she taught them about asking the universe for money. And within half an hour or whatever it was, they had the cash that they required to get stuff out of the vending machine. Right. So all the places that were not even, like asking for money to show up, would we be willing to destroy and uncreate all that?
Yes.
Cool. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and puck, all 9 shorts, boys and gals.
And also everywhere we all have been only asking in the last minute for money to show up. Let's uncreate and destroy all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You times a gazillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 pot, puck, shorts, boys and beyond. So what I would like to just point, that is awesome, Betsy. Could it be that these are the places where we are being in allowance of ease with money, or where we bring in the magic? Yes. What if it could always be like this?
Yeah.
That it's always there, that there's always a flow, and always more flowing in than flowing out. I wonder.
Please.
All of that.
Yeah.
So what's coming up for me, I've done some clearings with Bettina before, and she's just rocked my world. But what I've done is,
hi Jen.
what I've done is I've now been having really a lot of fun with playing with money, but now as payment, I've been getting myself sick and run down and all these other goofy little things. Because in my weird frame of mind, somehow I'm balancing the scale, which is so stupid. But can we do a little clearing on that?
What is that? What is that energy there?
I think it's guilt. No. I think it slows me down. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Do you like slowing you down? Is this a way for you to create order? Just
Yeah.
wondering. Huh?
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's creating order and going back to homeostasis, some sort of litmus, like, oh, bringing it back to a more, it's regulating, that's the word.
Okay, and everything that is, everywhere you have been regulating money, all of you, everywhere you have been regulating money, regulating you, ordering you in a certain rule of this reality, would you be willing to uncreate and destroy all of that?
Yes. Yes.
Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys and beyonds. And I'm just wondering how much is changing for you already, Jen. You mentioned your body seems to be choosing some things there. I'm just wondering what is changing for you that you might have not acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
And would you be willing to be out of control with everything and with yourself and with your creations?
Oh, wow.
And how much order and control have you been trying to instill rather than choosing chaos of creation and total lack of control, just following the energy?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Awesome.
Woo, got a little hot in here.
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden, I'm in the
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, so everything's standing in the way of you being the chaotic creator you truly be in every aspect of your life. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that times a godzillion?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And anything or anyone preventing that,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
would you be willing to revoke or can't rescind, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all the oaths, vows, swearings, fealties, communities you have
Yeah.
to allowing them to do that?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
One of my favorite questions is, what can I do and be different today to generate money right away, to have more money right away, to have more fun right away? You can fill in the blank, but what can I do and be different today? Because for a very, very long time, we've been asking, what can I do or be? But actually being and doing is required, because you can be something, but if you don't act upon it at all, or you just like act but you don't be, you can't really create what you desire. But that's also the energy of chaos. That's the energy of, inconceivable. You don't know what's going to show up. You can't control it. Possibly you can't. Like, there's not a chance you could, but you're open to possibilities. What can I be and do today to create more money right away? And you just look for awareness as you kind of start perceiving what's going on and what's out there that could be the whispers of possibilities, and for creating a very different reality with money and everything else. It doesn't have to be only about money.
Right.
Question.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's for all of us so easy. Money is such an area where we tend to control so much, like the inflow, the outflow, the balancing of the checkbook, and like what the question could be also, what is money for you? What does money mean to you?
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to look into all of this in our program. This is something I use this not only once. I use this regularly. Whenever I'm getting to funky places, I'm like, hey, what does money mean to me? And I actually really write it down. And I'm sure Betsy and Gosha have practiced that too. It's and then just like, choose choose something different. Choice. What else can I choose here? What can I, and this is also the, what can I be and do different today? Because as Gosha said earlier already, it's like, you know, if we keep doing the same thing over and over, and we actually want to change the outcome, that's called insanity. Like, if we want to change something, we have to change what we are choosing.
Yeah, and so maybe do you want to dive in and actually ask, you know, what does money mean to you? And if you want to write it in the chat column, you can do that, or you can just say it. And I have a request to raise the hand. So we have the 747 number. Could you unmute the 747 number, honey?
Absolutely.
And
Okay.
a question. Hi.
Hello.
Yes, we hear you.
Hello.
Hey, hey, Lonka, how are you?
Oh my goodness, everybody can hear me, huh?
We
Oh,
can.
yay, I'm getting famous. I'm a superstar. Awesome. You guys rock this world out. I love you and adore you, what you're doing. And it's just such a gift that you do a lot of things just as a gift, like to give people. And I'm sure that I am beyond even realizing how big that is, but I have a feeling that it's pretty big. So anyways, I have a question.
She's adorable.
I am I like to play with food, right? And saying that, meaning that I am actually creating some amount of money out of it and having fun with that. And I'm really pleased that people actually can make their choices and actually experience and honor their body and experience food in a different way. That I'm creating something what nobody else does, and I'm having a lot of fun. At the same time, I'm thinking, as much as I'm creating, I am destroying it too, in a sort of weird way. I would say is just, you know how it is, like another bill show up, you got to do some sort of renovation in your new home or whatever that is. Yeah. So my question is, how can I get out of that freaking shit?
So what points of use you might have that are creating it? Is this like, I have more money than God and I always make more than I can spend, or maybe I can never get ahead, it's just barely enough, you know, what?
Yeah, that barely enough or never enough. And then, you know, my teenager is unhappy with me because I'm not given as much as I probably should have, could have, but no, fuck that shit. I'm not talking about that we really have to like give all the time something to our kids who are required stuff, but I love to give, and sometimes I just cannot. Right. And doesn't matter how much I'm creating money out of it, and I want to give, and then it's never just enough or barely enough. My income, my own income, not like nothing about household or anything like that. So, and I'm just thinking what else is possible here. Did I ask a question?
I was just going to ask you what your question was.
Yeah, my question is, how would I, what else is possible to see on my business I'm building as more creating than destroying of what I created? Like I have a vision and feel and just the matter of fact that I'm creating it, and then, you know, money is here, and then they gone right away because I'm putting it again back to the business, but it just like sort of, you know, +1 -1, so we're still in a zero, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So
Not really profit.
tell me your name again.
Ilonka, Elonka. Actually, Gosha calls me that.
Ilonka.
Yeah, yeah.
Ilonka.
I'm almost illegal because Gosha said I'm Ilonka, so that's it. It's my name now. No, seriously, it is. It's just you can call me Ilona or Ilonka, but Ilonka is more accurate.
Can I ask you a
Yes,
question?
ma'am.
Are you willing to have money?
Oh.
I think I am.
Are you willing to have money?
I know. Yes.
Really?
Truth, are you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Or do you want to have it? Which means lack to have it.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, why are you so sharp on me? Yes, second, of course.
Ah, you are so funny. Everything that is. Are you willing to uncreate and destroy it?
Yes.
Thank you very much. You just answered that. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, talk, shorts, boys, meons. Another question I have while you were talking, have you set any, so is it possible that you have set targets, let's say in previous lifetimes, that you have reached and you never raised those? So now when you reach these places, you always must destroy money. So everything that is, everywhere you have never raised your targets for having and receiving money, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, pock, shorts, boys, meons. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
Also, you know what came up just to me right now is, it was heavy. Thank you so much. The one thing is come up that I have a fear, which is supposed to be excitement, but it's kind of fucked up excitement in my sort of reality, I would say, because that's a fear that I am not charging enough. And if I would charge for, services or whatever I cook for my treats and this, or, it's too high, so people won't buy it, or I will scare them away or put them away. So I'm actually downcharging it. So I always like, oh my God, should I? Like, yeah, I know I made the cheese for 6 days and I made cookies out of it, and nobody makes it. I guarantee you. So you can get my freaking amazing, unique cookie because of me, humanoid, making it for you with all my energy and love to you and everything. And I'm pulling energy to it and flowing and all that, doing processes live. Here's my cookies. And they go, really? It's $1 a cookie? Yeah. And I'm like, what the, how long it would take, and okay, you're not receiving it, that's totally fine. Then I'm like destroying and creating. I'm not judging anyone. So, but you see, there is still like sort of resistance in me that between, oh my goodness, I'm gonna push them away. I'm just starting here, and what if, and what that, and and it's still there, and I'm doing all these processes, but it's still there, and I'm thinking who the fuck that belongs to, but couldn't find out that being yet who is belong to it. I don't think I got to find out.
Are you asking a question when you say who the fuck is that?
I'm asking a question. Yes, ma'am. I'm asking a question. If like who I know. Yes, laugh on me, please. I love your laugh.
You're adorable. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yay. I know. I'm freaking awesome. I know. That's what I'm
You
telling
are.
them. Hey. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, honey? Can I ask you a question?
Please, please.
Do you prefer to have ease or problems in your life, first of all, and how much have you bought from your country? If you can hear, she's Russian.
Oh,
But
gosh,
actually, life and being alive is to have problems and overcoming problems and obstacles. And life is an eternal struggle. And if it would be ease, it means you're dead probably. So how much have you created your life, and you're always creating your life based on these amazing creations that you were being and doing and bringing into the world and destroying it as soon as it shows up in the world. Like how much you love this roller coaster of drama and trauma and problems, overcoming problems, and it always keeps you busy, always keeps you working on yourself and asking questions. It keeps you busy. Like ease is equals either boring or dead. Like actually reads like dead. Ease is nothing. Problems is life.
Gosha. Why are you always doing it to me? Oh.
So everywhere we've misidentified and misapplied ease, could we destroy and uncreate all that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
And I'm going to throw up
you.
right
Right.
now. Seriously, literally.
I'm not going that short supposed to be on. Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. Why are you always going there through those countries and all that?
Well, if you ask a question, you open your mouth, we can't help ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? I prefer it will be open. Because if it's not, then I'm going to throw it up inside me. That's not actually good. No.
Yeah.
It's better get out. Thank you so very much. And so what do I do with that fear? Just continue, you think?
I would say
whatever you just said, Gosha,
I would say, what do I love about creating problems? What do I love about solving problems? What do I love about distraction in my life? What do I love about destroying my creations? Like, what do I love? Because there's somewhere you're addicted to it and you love it. It's not you're resisting it, but you wouldn't be creating it if you didn't love it somewhere deep inside. As plain as it sounds, like this is the fastest way to destroy and create those. And we pot and pock things so we can actually have space to choose something different. It's not that like everything will magically disappear. You actually have choice and space to choose from. So like, please just keep going on this because this is, you are way too brilliant and way too talented to keep killing it and destroying it. It's just, it's stealing from that gift and not preventing the world from receiving this gift that you be and your talents and your beautiful creations that you can make very many bodies happy with.
Oh gosh, I'm in love with you. Thank you so very much for every single word, and thank you very much everyone for being patient with me this night. And I would love to, Gosha, give you a ride right now on our favorite broom, but I think we can do it in our imagination because you're a little bit too far. I'm on the East Coast and you in the West, just a little bit. It's like, who cares? One stop. That broom can do anything we'd like to do, so because we are creators, right? So anyway, thank you so very much. And I'm kissing your toes. All of you, thank you, because you just made a lot during like few months. I didn't hear your voices, and that energy flow is just amazing, and I appreciate that. Every single thing you said. Thank you. Just putting my hand on my heart right now. All back to you, all gratitude and everything. Thank you. How does it get even better than this?
How does it?
And Gosha, you brought up, thank you so much. You brought up something. I used to take a lot of pride in being an amazing problem solver. Like, you give me a problem and, I would
I'm
just
on it.
go to task
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
would
Oh, yeah,
solve
yeah.
that problem, right? Until I, one day it like hit me. It's like, oh, wait a minute. So if I'm taking pride and telling people that I'm a great problem solver, if I don't have problems to solve, then what in the world am I going to do, right? So when it's like, oh my gosh, look at what I've created, right? So,
Right, right.
So
yeah.
let's go back to what does money mean to you? And we have one reply from Cassie that money means ease, and we can tell you're cheating because you've done a lot of work, and that probably wouldn't be your answer like 5 or 10 years ago, right?
And it might change tomorrow as well.
Awesome.
So what does money mean to you guys? What does money mean to you? And what does having money mean to you and not having money mean to you? Powers, everything that is. Will you just turn and create it, please?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a big one. Right,
Yeah.
wrong, good, all night shirts.
Fuck yeah.
And so if money means power to you, how much are you actually trying to prove how powerful you are by creating money and destroying money, and then always creating it and destroying it, like proving to yourself that you can always create it.
Create it, yeah.
And you're destroying it because you want to prove you're actually powerless, which might be the underlying point of view, which is the polarity: powerful, powerless, powerful, powerless, powerful, powerless.
It might also be how much she is enjoying that whole ride, and like the giggles, and how she can fly on her broom and like have it and have it and have
like
it.
that, don't you? You like that idea.
And we have money has meant pain, inaccessibility, not knowing how to manage it, can't keep it, careless with it. Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So that is, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Oh,
Yeah.
whew, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all night, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Wow.
And we have
Yeah.
more. Oh, no, that's, thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you. That's so kind of you. So what does money mean to you? Having money and not having money mean to you? Does it mean that you have money, you're actually powerful and amazing and a great being? And if you don't have money, you're pathetic and you're a loser and you're a victim and you don't mean anything in this world? Like, are you immediately going into the polarity when you have money or don't have money, or you being you no matter what, whether you have money in your bank account or not, which is our target for this Telecall, right? So everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? All night shirts, boys and beyond.
Well, there's a lot of charge there.
Yeah, everywhere you've been addicted to polarity with money. And love the polarity and drama and trauma with money. Will you destroy and create it now? All of that. Comes a gazillion, and let's throw in all the past lifetimes, dimensions, and realities, and revoke, recant, resent, claim, renounce, destroy, and create all of that. Right, wrong, with that protocol. I should suppose. And
all the definitions. Decisions, judgments, and conclusions you have about what money is, how money shows up, the pathways of money. Will you please uncreate and destroy all of those?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Wow. What is money actually? What have you defined money as that it isn't? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Oh, yes.
Wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pot, short, boys, and beyond. Wow.
I think we're tapping into like the future callers and watchers, because that's way too big for like 20 people on the call now.
And how many, like, just get the space of how many lifetimes have we all been creating you about money?
Oh,
All of them.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Right.
And then how many did we take from others that were never ours?
And how many did we sell to others that we bought from others? That's like the awesome, the multi-level marketing deal you get. For every
Yes.
judgment and point of view about money, you have to have other 25 holding it in place. And for each one of those 25, you have 25 others.
Wow.
So it's like this
Cool.
pyramid of judgment and a piled up
Wow.
crap that we believe it's real and true for us, and been trying to unlock it and deal with it and change it for probably centuries.
Wow.
Centuries. Everything that is.
Oh.
Let
God,
us
this-
create it, please.
Ooh, yes.
Let us try and
Wow.
create it, please.
Holy
Right.
guacamole.
And
Ole
then
macaroni.
how much have we judged ourselves for all the judgments that we have and other people have about us and about our money or not money, and all these lifetimes we had a lot of money and that wasn't good, and we had a little money and it wasn't good. So nothing actually is really good about money, having it or not having it. So there we are in this total conflictual universe with money, everything that is, and how do we get out of that? And then we must judge ourselves some more because we don't get out of it, although we should get out of it. Everything that is
Yes.
has got uncreated. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pod, talk, shorts, boys and beyonds.
I feel myself like I'm in a spiritual surgical room. Seriously.
We're surgically removing limitation.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, he's putting me to the heaven. Like, wow.
Wow. We have other comments from Marjorie. Not having money means that I don't have to be hurt by it, judged by it, judged for having it, not called stupid in reference to it. That's actually huge. So is it safer and better and more comfortable to not have money than to have money? And all those points of view, because it's one big fat lie anyway. Will you destroy and create this? Right, wrong, with bad, talk, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds. Because if you don't have money, maybe you won't be judged by it or not hurt by it, but then you're hurting yourself by not being able to pay the bills and feed the kids and
right, and have a fear in the future.
So
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, will you destroy and create all of that, guys? Yes, right. Wrong, with bad, talk, all nice shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yeah, and do you see all the different ways that we have bound and gagged our hands and our bodies, right? We're judged for having it. We're judged for not having it. We're afraid of it. We run away from it. We stole it. We killed people over it. Like all of those lifetimes, it's just, there's so much there, right?
Yeah.
And it's all not real. It's not real. It's all these points of view, and they are not real. We just bought them and we made them real. We made them solid, but they are not. They are just points of view. And what would it take to change it? What could you all actually create if you change that point of view?
Yes.
Yes.
What else truly is possible if we had no point of view, but we actually created what's fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, fun and money? What do you mean, Bettina? That's
I don't know. It's strange. It's slipped. I didn't mean to say that.
Is that possible?
You mean have a lot of money and go to a casino and blow it all? That's the fun with money?
Yeah, is that actually the fun with money? I wonder.
Right. What if this is like one of the... So how many definitions of what fun with money could mean to you or means to you do you have? Like, what is it? Is it you're gonna go out and get drunk? Is it you're gonna go and spend it all on your clothes and shoes? Is it like you're gonna go to a casino and blow it all? Is it maybe you buy gifts for your family and friends? Like, what is your definition? Like one or two big major definition. What is fun with money? Like, if fun with money, just enjoying every minute of having it and being the energy of having money, or like, oh, I have to get rid of it really fast now because I have to spend it, and this is the only way I can have fun with money. So everything that is will
Yeah.
be destroyed and created.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Right, from good, bad, folk, all nations, boys and beyonds. Oof. Money is freedom. Oh my goodness. So I guess we are not freedom. We do not have money, right? Everywhere you see money as freedom and freedom as money, will you destroy and create it, please? Oof. Right, from good, bad, folk, all night shirts, boys and beyond.
So everywhere if you don't have money, you are not free. Everything that is, will you please uncreate and destroy it? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Wow, we went and we touched so many areas. There is like the whole area of willingness to receive judgment. What if we receive judgment? What does it even mean if other people judge us? We touched a lot of areas, and see how many points of view are coming up. And we are really in the 6-month program. We are really going to dive into these areas, and I'm so grateful for you all to bring up these points of view, because when we bring them up, we can look at them, we can say, wow, what do you want to choose now? Does it still work for you, or would you like to change it? And that is the point. Are you actually really willing to change your reality with money? Really, truly. And create a different point of view that would allow you to have ease and have money.
Somebody's TV is really loud.
Yeah.
We can hear it. Yeah, so this is the exploration that we're looking forward to having and doing.
Yeah,
turn off the
Dan. He can't hear you guys.
You with us, cheering for us, and you're watching TV.
I know, right?
Hello. So like this is what we're actually looking to change, because we can pot and pock money, in few hours and then go home and still do the same things that we've done before. But actually, what would it take to take action and commit to changing your reality with money? Because talking about it is always great, complaining about it even better for most of people, but actually committing to change.
For those who love drama.
Yes, right. We don't have any of those here and won't have in the future, but actually committing to changing it. I know most people hate this word, and I don't like it either, but I tried to avoid it for years and years and years and years. And what I found out is when I really finally got ready to commit to my life, creating my business, miracles started happening literally daily. And I didn't want to commit. Commitment meant something very yucky and ugly and dirty and like a prison, but actually it set me free. Being committed to me and having my own back rather than doing everything for the others and putting me in the last place, like allowed me to create way more in my life. And this is just beginning for me, exploration, just few last months of exploring the possibilities with committing to my life and committing to me and having my back and allowing for the contribution from everyone. Because if you're not committed to your life and to creating your life and your business and your money flows, you can't really receive it. You will have this flow going through. You maybe have some and then you spend it as soon as you get it. And it's usually a messy reality. But we're looking actually to create something very different with a bunch of different exercises and money plays and things that you will have to actually do and get to work and get to action, So if you're daring to take this is a challenge. This is a big challenge to start creating something else, but maybe you've been asking for it. Maybe you've been demanding it. Maybe you've been demanding for yourself and of yourself, and you just were lacking support or tools, or you don't know how. What if this could be the greatest contribution for you right now and in the next 6 months?
Yeah.
So all the definitions you have about what commitment is, and everywhere you have concluded what that means, and that it's less rather than more. Will you please uncreate and destroy all of those?
Yes. Whew.
Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, part, park, shorts, boys and beyonds. What if committing to your life is actually where you will really choose to also be in the equation of your life?
Yes.
And you will not exclude you?
Yes.
What if it is where you choose for you rather than all the time divorcing you and making sure everybody else is happy, but you are not, and you look last, maybe. So what if commitment is actually where you are totally present and here with everything, and you choose for you and for everyone else? And everything that doesn't allow you to receive that, perceive it, know it, and be it, will you please uncreate and destroy it?
Yes.
Times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, part, park, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
And the other energy that was coming in is, are you willing to be the demand for money? Are you willing to be the demand for you, for your life, for your creation? You know, and I just kept hearing that when both of you all were talking. It's like being the demand, right, for what you desire. And then what do you do? You know, what do you do with what you desire?
Like, this is changing, right, Betsy?
Absolutely. It's changing. I'm done. You know, I'm creating something different. Now, you know, what do I do? How do I do it? What questions do I ask? What exercises do I do? Losing me?
Oh, it was only me?
Okay.
You were there. I heard you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. So it must be my
That's
computer.
okay. No, it's okay. And just being willing, no matter, and getting rid of any points of view or preconceptions about what it looks like, how it's going to come in, how you're going to get the answers to this demand. Because I tell you what, for me, for sure, it never comes in the way I think it will.
Yeah, right.
I think it's going to come in this way, and then it comes in that way, or and when it comes in that way, are you watching? Are you listening? Are you paying attention? If you're so focused on it's only going to be this, are you missing what the universe is giving you? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Wow, that's so cool. That's awesome. How much do we actually not receive? Like, just imagine if you only look here, you focus, and you have concluded how money has to show up and how it has to be in whatever, in your bank account. It can never show up in cash at your door, for instance, or it can never be a ticket for winning a car or something, but it must be this. We will not. This is so awesome, Betsy. We will not perceive and receive what the universe actually is trying to contribute to.
Right. Because we're so cute. The universe desires to contribute to us, and we're like, la-di-da-di-da.
Well, I have to work.
It's a Jim Carrey movie. Which one is it? Where he's driving down the road and he's like, God help me, give me a sign. And there's a truck that has a big sign, attention, attention, in front of him. He drives around the truck. God, you never give me a sign. And there's a stop sign lighting up in front of him. And he just, because he has decided how this has to show up, like an angel coming from the sky or whatever, the sky splitting open and light. So this is an example. What we do this all the time with money.
Yes.
And what else is possible if we really expand that into so much more with receiving?
Yeah, for sure. So what Gosha and Bettina and I have created for you guys is a 6-month program. And when are we starting this, ladies? I don't remember the start date.
October 13th.
Thank you, October 13th. And we're going to have 2 calls a month, right? And we're going to have a private Facebook group. And we're going to have, as Gosha said earlier, we're going to have a ton of tools and clearings and money play. We're going to be playing a lot with money, a lot. We're going to be playing joy and fun and freedom and just all kinds of juicy, yummy energies. And we're going to clear and continue to clear all the stuff that comes up for everybody. What else are we offering, ladies? My mind is gone.
There might be some surprises coming in along.
Oh, yeah.
We are not going to give it all.
Right. Definitely surprises.
Yeah, there will be things that will be designed specifically for you to explore a different energy that you can actually be with money that no one is showing us here.
Yeah.
Right? So we have great things
up our sleeves. So we've got 2 calls a month. We've got the Facebook group, the money play, and
written clearings,
yes,
loop,
written clearings, audio loops of the clearings that you guys can play over and over again. And we also have a lot of other ideas that we're still percolating, and we're going to be doing it pretty much, I think, the same time frame, like in the evening. For the United States, I know that there's people from all over listening, but we're going to be doing it at this time. And of course, if you can't make the call live, put your questions to us ahead of time, and you'll get the recordings. And we have also done 2 different price structures for you, so you can pay for it in advance and you will get a little bit of a savings. It would be, if you pay for the 6 months in advance, the cost will be $500. And then if you would prefer to pay monthly, it would be $97 a month.
So you're saving over $100 if you were actually buying a whole program right away. And you're committing as well to changing your reality, and you're taking action toward creating a different life and money and money with ease. Because I know every time I've done anything like this, my reality has expanded so much and so many things have changed, and money would show up. And the moment I stop doing anything and not use any tools, which doesn't really happen much anymore, but it used to before, like I could see that the immediate change of energy, and I would go into fear. I would perceive way stronger other people's fears about money and points of views about money. Now it's like, I know it's not mine, it's just flies buzzing around, but they're not me, those flies. Before I would like catch the flies, put them in my pockets, and think they're buzzing.
I like that analogy. That's awesome. Catch the flies and think they're mine.
So during these 6 months, you will have the great possibility of applying the tools that we introduce, that we will introduce to you to play with and apply them in your life. And so then you can bring in questions. The Facebook group, it will be a closed Facebook group for our team, so to say. And so you can post there like anything that comes up for you, or where you have like a wow moment. So this is for you, where you can, if you choose to, post and see also what others are gaining and going through, and what contribution will this also be, like the space that we will be creating with you for a different reality with money.
Yeah, and ease with money, but knowing that you have a group, you actually know that you always have support group. If you're going through some challenges or difficulties or something strange showed up, you just can ask a question, and people are always so generous with tools and sometimes over generous, but you can always count on people actually to ask you questions. Sometimes it's like you have something right in front of you, and it's somehow when you're asking the question doesn't work, but when you say, hey, can you ask me this question, and they ask, and you have a very different awareness. So I'm always for like buddy system or support among friends, and like having each other backs, and hey, can you contribute to me right now, I'm going through this and that, or like, hey, what just happened, and having the whole team cheer for you.
Right.
It's really
Absolutely.
important and amazing feeling that you're not alone. And even if you think that the worst struggles in the world, I bet and I guarantee you're not the only one. And if you think like you're having this big problem and this big secret that nobody can find out about because you like owe money to the bank, or you like didn't pay your credit card on time, or whatever that is in your universe might be like the most horrible thing, also you're not the only one. And what if people would not judge you and you would be invited into space of non-judgment, because I'm sure you're judging yourself severely for all of that. But actually perceiving no judgment from others and total contribution and kindness, it can be life-changing. At least this is what I've experienced. That's it's so beautiful and such a gift.
Yeah.
So
you get the three of us.
Yeah. And Marjorie is asking, will we be using our book in the group? And so the book is our book, having money with ease. Having ease. No, it's having ease with money. Isn't this funny? I always switch this around. Our book is not a prerequisite for the program. Of course you can buy it. There's great articles and there are great contributions around having ease with money, but it is not a prerequisite. We might use actually some tools that are also in the book,
right?
But you can choose whether you want to play with the book in addition or not. It is not a prerequisite.
Any last questions before we say goodbye?
Just lots of gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Cass.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Cass.
Thank you guys so much. This is really, really amazing to tap into.
Thanks, Hope.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, somebody's trying to speak.
Yeah, I think that was Nadine.
What language was that?
Are there any last burning desires, burning questions before we bid adieu?
No. We get a lot of thank yous here. So
thank you guys so much for joining us. We're so grateful that you took time out of your day to play with us.
Thank you.
I really wanted to especially thank you guys for, I forget who it was who was talking, but when you're talking about creating and destroying money to prove to ourselves that we have power, I've never looked at it like that before. And that just created so much more space in my universe. I really was really
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Right? We got to prove how potent we are.
Right.
Not only with money, with many things as well.
Right? With the procrastination, we wait till the last second to do something, and all of that.
I'm definitely not one of those.
No, you are not. And you are also the only one.
Yeah. Certainly not just now making a Facebook page for my bars pod.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you know how to find us on Facebook.
Yes.
That's probably the easiest way. You saw our names for the last hour and a half, and just shoot us a message or post on our timeline, and we'll hear from you.
Yeah, and we'll email out all the details of what we were talking about. And we really, we definitely would love to play with you.
Okay.
And we'll be posting the recording of it as well if you want to share it with someone. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
So one last thing I would like to say. I would like to say a last thing.
Go for it.
If any of you would like to give us a testimonial,
great.
let us know, how was this call for you? What did it create for you? We would really appreciate that. That would be so awesome. Thank you so much. Anyone who wants, you can say a sentence or two. What did it inspire? What did it create for you? And what would you say to a friend about this call if you would invite them?
You could dance a jig.
Record a video.
I love it. Thank you, everybody, for contributing your energies and your questions and your vulnerability and your willingness to go to what can be a very thick subject.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And let's rock change with money, you guys.
Yeah.
Where would you like for us to give the
change that?
Go for it. What were you saying, Marjorie?
Where would you like for us to give the testimonies?
Oh, you know what? You know the you can either email it to us from the replying to the Eventbrite, or you could put it in the Facebook event page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Bye. Bye.